Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will be presenting an article, Collaborative Service in Public Libraries for Equal Information Access. My name is Amalia Lestari, the co-author of this article, and this article is also written by Fitri Mutia, lecturer from Department of Library of Information Science, Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Airlangga, and I myself, Amalia Lestari, a student from Department of Library of Information Science, Faculty of Social and Political Science, Universitas Airlangga, and this article is presented for the International Conference on Information Science, Technology, Management, Humanities, and Business in 2023 by University Technology Mara. Introduction. So public library in particular holds a vital role in nation's cultural and intellectual life, as it is the only institution that provides publicly accessible information. However, the access to information is still very much an issue in many libraries, including public libraries around the world. People with disabilities, people who live in rural areas, those from developing countries, and disparity in information access in people with different socioeconomic status still exists. So cooperation and collaboration with other institutions to develop collaborative service can be a means for public libraries to bolster equal access to information. So these are the research questions for this article. Why is collaborative service in libraries important? How is the impact of collaborative service in a variety of fields? And how collaborative service can be implemented in public libraries to provide information access? And the objective of this study is to provide new knowledge that can be used to make public libraries more inclusive and capable of providing access to information to particular groups of people. And the next section, we will explore the collaborative service efforts carried out in various fields, and then explore the ways collaborative service can be implemented in the context of information services in public libraries to tackle the inequality of access to information in several groups of people. So the method used for this study is literature review. The reason why we use this method is to explore collaborative service efforts conducted in a variety of fields from several scientific publications and propose a method from the literature that can be used for public libraries to develop collaborative service. And the previous studies used in this study are derived from journal articles and proceedings available online and offline. These studies are not limited to a certain period, but the studies are used according to the relation and relevancy of the study to the problem discussed in this paper. So first, we will define what is collaborative service. According to Castaner and Oliveira in 2020, before we jump into collaboration, we will need to define what is coordination. So coordination is the attitudes, behaviors, and outcomes of setting common goals. And then cooperation refers to the attitudes, behaviors, and outcomes of implementing those goals as agreed. And then collaboration. Collaboration refers to voluntarily helping others to achieve the goal of setting common goals of inter-organizational relationships or personal goals. Collaboration refers to helping others voluntarily to achieve the goals of a shared inter-organizational relationship or personal goals. And then a collaborative service encourages group of collaboration by giving users access to combined resources. And then the increasing needs of collaborative service in library. Why do we need to develop this collaborative service? So to keep up with the rapidly changing society and its changing information needs, librarians need to be ready to adapt and provide services that meet the needs of users. Castells in 2010 stated that networks are the right instrument for a capitalist economy based on innovation, globalization, and decentralized concentration for jobs, workers, and institutions based on flexibility and adaptability. Therefore, cooperation and collaboration between libraries and other institutions to create a collaborative service that reaches more diverse users with their particular needs can be a means for libraries to adapt to this fast-changing time. And also, in this increasingly dynamic era, a library is an institution that is required to be flexible and quickly adapt to the needs of community to compete and exist amid the onslaught of information technology development. Therefore, the cooperation and collaboration in libraries and with other institutions can be a means for library to adapt to this increasingly dynamic era and fast-changing time. several collaborative service efforts in other fields have successfully conducted. For example, in the field of social work, Aritonang, Suharma, Hekmatyar in 2023 examined the efficiency and effectiveness of collaborative social service models in helping those in West Java who are experiencing social problems. The result of this study showed positive results in raising the quality and efficacy of social assistance given to those with social issues. In the field of social work also have been done by Yamatani and Speltness in 2011. They analyzed the effects of collaborative services provided by Allegheny County Jail Collaborative. The outcomes of this study included a much lower recidivism rate among convicted participants, similar service advantages across social groups, and a significant proportion of participants successfully reintegrating into community life. In other fields, for example, in the education field, that related to the people with disabilities, children with disabilities, carried out by Campbell and Skarakis Doyle in 2007. They explore a framework for collaborative service delivery for school-age children with SLI or specific language impairment. The concept offered in the study provides a continuum of methods in which consideration is given to what aspects of SLI and its related difficulties may be treated globally, what aspects can be treated often, and what aspects need to be treated selectively. In other field is the governmental organizations. So the result of the study by Hilford and Swindle in 2013 suggests that for certain local governments, such service delivery partnerships can result in tangible benefits. If done right, collaborations offer the chance for cost savings, improved service quality and effectiveness, and additional technical skills or expertise that the government cannot provide on its own. So collaborative service in public libraries, the guide that we can do is, for example, from the Cadell and Ruth in 1993. So collaborative service has been found to have positive outcomes in several fields, as I mentioned in the previous slides. Public libraries might as well implement similar strategies to create innovative and effective services through collaboration with other parties and institutions. So Cadell and Ruth in here developed 8 stages that provide practical guidelines for collaborative efforts that can be used for public libraries. The first one is getting started. So a collaborative service initiative usually starts when a single person or small group realize that collaboration is necessary to improve services for the community it serves. So this initiation can come from librarians, library staff, government mandate, or even users through their feedback. The second one, developing community collaborative council. The creation of a community collaborative council and the arrangement of its initial meetings are the first responsibilities assigned to the collaboration initiators. In the context of a public library, librarians might be initiators and the leaders who are in charge of the council. The third one is identifying a shared vision and goals. So the librarians as the initiators' first responsibility is to reach a consensus on a vision for integrated services and the objectives of a joint endeavor. This stage is crucial because to make changes and improvements in the middle of the collaborative creation and implementation, collaborators are getting ready to assess their progress. The fourth one is conducting a needs assessment. And then the fifth one, developing a plan of action. Developing a plan of action for the service will need to take into account some considerations, including determining its facilities, tools required to execute the service, establishing the target of the service that involves a group of people with limited access to information, assigning responsibilities for each of the librarians and staff, and arranging funding plan. The sixth one is implementing the plan. The seventh one is evaluation. The plan involves in collaboration will need to be reviewed, and if the project was successful in achieving its aims, as well as the reasons why it was or was not effective, are both examined in a thorough evaluation. So early improvement or even shortcomings can be recognized if the collaborators have established short and long-term goals. So then the shortcomings can be evaluated and corrected as soon as possible. And the eighth one is the planning for improvement. So the collaborative council will need to decide how to better or adjust the collaboration based on the evaluation's findings. The collaborative surface in public libraries can also have also been explored by Bryson, Crosby, and Stone in 2015. They provide theoretical framework for collaboration in the field of public management. The framework discussed in the study can be used by librarians of public libraries as they serve the same objective. It is to create public value. Librarians of public libraries can take into consideration the collaborative processes discussed in the framework to help them develop collaborative surface. And the first in the framework is trust and commitment. Trust between individuals and institutions involved is the core of collaboration works. And then the second one is communication. Communication is the most important process of building collaborative surface. And then legitimacy. So external and internal legitimacy is crucial in collaborative surface. Thus, external parties and collaborators within the collaborative council should see the collaboration as a legitimate entity in terms of its interaction and structure. Internal legitimacy is also important because it relates to developing the commitment of the collaboration. And the fourth one is collaborative planning. So there are two approaches to planning according to Mintzberg, Alstrand, and Lampel. So the first one is deliberate planning. It occurs by articulating goals, mission, objectives, roles, steps, and implementation. And the second one is the emergent planning. So the emergent planning occurs when understanding of goals, mission, objectives, roles, steps, and implementation occurs throughout the collaboration. So we can conclude that public libraries as information centers are accessible to the public of all sorts of people, should take the role in reducing this problem by providing services that are created specifically to those groups of people by creating collaborative service. So public libraries have the important role to reduce the problem of inequality in information access. The second is the need to collaborate is increasingly important nowadays as information technology may take over the role of libraries. Collaborative service efforts in several fields such as social work, education, government institutions have shown positive outcomes. And then several stages based on Cadell and Ruth, 1993, 8 stages can be used to develop collaborative services, as well as the process of cross-sector collaboration by Bryson, Crosby, and Stone, 2015, that namely trust and commitment, communication, legitimacy, and collaborative planning can be used to create and develop collaborative service in library. So by creating and delivering collaborative service and developing it based on these mentioned stages, it is hoped that public libraries can more easily engage and reach, as well as provide the service that suits the specific needs of the group of people with limited access to information, and eventually eradicate the inequality of access to information in general. That's all from me. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.